It was more than 3 decades ago that Rick Aronberg was oh so close to representing the United States at the Olympic Games.
And little did he know that there would be far greater challenges and victories ahead in his fight with cancer. Our Adam Bonini has his story.
For Rick Aronberg, it's a passion that started in 1979. Growing up in Fairport near Rochester, swimming since the age of 12, he competed in the Olympic trials for the United States in 1988, close to the pinnacle of one of the world's most grueling sports.
Degree of difficulty on a 1 to 10 scale, how miserable you were in the water at that time?
A 13. Yes, very proud 13. Though once you accomplish that, the endorphins go, so it's definitely a 13 out of 10.
How does that compare to the challenge of facing cancer?
It was probably a 0. Cancer really affected not just me, but my family. And it took everything that I learned from swimming to attack the cancer.
Drawing on the past, he faced the greatest challenge of his life 32 years later in 2020.
They found out that I had cancer, and about a day or two later, they found out it was stage 4.
Stage 4 esophageal cancer. Surgery wasn't an option, standard care was, or a clinical trial led by Roswell's Dr. Sarabjit Mukherjee.
It took my wife and I 3 seconds to make that decision.
Why?
Do it. I'm a fighter.
Fighting through an innovative combination of chemotherapy and genetically targeted immunotherapy.
The disease just attacks you. But with Roswell and my wife, it was kind of easy to attack myself because you rely on your past. But she was there every time I had the meetings with the doctors. And as a former athlete, you don't know unless you take a chance. So we did it.
And the outcome speaks for itself.
The outcome was phenomenal.
The outcome is that today he's cancer-free.
Call me Coach Rick, call me Rick.
A coach now for 31 years.
Have a 400 warm-up over here.
He helped 12-time Olympic medalist Ryan Lochte get his start growing up in Rochester.
Hop on in.
And today helps to lead what's called the City Swim Project.
You're doing this. 1, 2, 3.
Teaching kids from Buffalo
3. Keep that kick.
not only about the challenge of being in the water,
Great underwaters, everybody. Great underwaters.
but also, if asked, he says, about facing life's challenges beyond.
That's perfect. Perfect. But if fighting cancer and beating cancer can help them, then absolutely that's the greatest thing that I can do for them. The concept tree of hope, it is hope for the family. And that is special. So it gives everyone that possibility that you might be a survivor. And so for me, I take it to heart.
That is absolutely right. What Rick said says it all. That is what the hope is all about. When you're talking about clinical trials, Michael, you know it well. It is making all the difference for so many patients here at Roswell. And I have a story coming up a little bit later about a young man who has a story somewhat similar to Rick's. Those clinical trials are really, they're the best hope and the answer that we've been looking for so long.
It's amazing the groundbreaking research and treatment that's happening right here in our community, and that's what tonight is all about. It's about hope for all of us, and it's about the holiday spirit, but it's about sharing those stories and recognizing the great work that's happening in the building behind us here. So it's very exciting.
Unquestionably.